Cyrus responsible for Sam's death, y'all. How do y'all feel about that? Let me know down below. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review with Life with Chelsea for General Hospital, December 9th, 2024. Okay, y'all. So first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Okay, look here. Y'all know they dropped the promo for this week's episode this morning. And Dex got stabbed. And I was like, wait a minute, I didn't see that coming. Then on today's episode, they was talking, Dex confronted Cyrus saying he saw something about stay away from Lulu and you got a restraining order. Laura had got a restraining order against him or whatever. And then he mentioned something happened on Halloween. I said, what happened on Halloween? I forgot that's when Sam passed away. So at the end of the episode, they showed, a flashback. He done went in there and injected her. Does anybody remember why he would do that or a reason why he would do that or whatever? But yeah, I was like, look, at first I was like, this episode going kind of slow. Nothing is happening. Also, do y'all think that Dex is going to die? And also, do y'all think that Jocelyn going to end up pregnant? Okay, y'all. So first we got Dex, Josh, Gio, Trina. They was just looking for a Christmas tree. They ended up getting the tree and taking it back to the place. And at first I thought, that's what I was going to say. Now, if Dex seen Cyrus on the floor, because he was saying, when he was talking to Cyrus, he was saying how, I seen you on Lulu's floor. So I'm guessing he assumed that they was on the same floor, first of all. Lulu and Sam was on the same floor. But yeah, Dex was talking to Cyrus saying, are you obeying the restraining order and everything? And then I've been waiting on this. I'm waiting on Heather next. I know she faking as well. But yeah, they might have been in cahoots together the whole time. We don't know. But yeah, so I was like, look, I've been waiting on this. But yeah, he was confronting him and then he mentions Halloween. And I was like, look, my mind went back to last year. Remember when the kids went trick-or-treating and then Charlotte got stabbed? No, she didn't get stabbed. She got shot, right? Yeah, she got shot. Yeah, that's what my mind went. I was like, oh, Sam. And I was going to ask you, I was going to say, okay, so is Sam's death, has it not been ruled, what they call it? What do they call it when the police get involved and stuff? Because Dex just said he seen Cyrus on the floor. He seen him on the floor or whatever, but he assumed he was bothering Lulu and everything. He was like, I think he had the audacity to even say he didn't go see Lulu. But at the end of the episode, they showed Cyrus or whatever, and he was thinking back, and he had went in the room with Sam and injected her. And I said, I knew it. I said, about doggone time. He been running around putting on this doggone charade for how many years? Well, has it been years? It's been a year, ain't it? Because it's about to be January next month or whatever. But yeah, I said, knew it. Heather next. Come on, crazy lady. Two crazies. I said, now that we know he been faking, what all has he done? Like, what has he had his hand on? Like, because a lot has happened since he been over here running around talking about he a changed man and he doing the Lord's work and all this other stuff he been talking about. What has he done? What has he been up to? And then he unplugged the doggone machine. Because remember, I think that was the first thing that happened. Somebody unplugged Lulu's machine. Then Laura over here talking to Martin and stuff. She talking about Cyrus and she got a restraining order against him and she don't know why he would do this or whatever. And I said, why is nobody talking about the fact that he was trying to get her up out of there? He was trying to move her to a whole nother place and nobody talking about it. Why they ain't talking about it? Lucky and Elizabeth was talking about, they was getting a tree too. Then they end up talking, what they was talking about? Him being back and everything. He was asking if she was happy that he was back or something like that. Look, I zoned out when they was talking. Then he said something about he had to find a job. And I was going to ask y'all, I was like, why didn't he go back to the police station? What made him leave in the first place? I also said once Dex gets stabbed or whatever, he probably gonna get involved to find out, who did it and all that. We'll see. Alexis and Molly. So basically, they was having a conversation. She was saying she wanted to move out because Christina gonna feel some type of way. And she was saying how she feels like Christina gonna view Alexis as choosing sides. I said, why? She doing the same thing. Did she just say some weeks ago or months ago how she feels like everybody just be babying Christina and everything? So why would you say that? But Alexis ends up convincing her, to stay. And she said, how much she need her. Then they started talking about Sam, about how she misses Sam. And then Molly agreed. We basically talked about Martin and Laura. He was talking about Lulu and he's so glad that she doing better and everything. Then they started talking about Cyrus, the fact that she got a restraining order against him. And then I think they started talking about Valentine, about how he ran off with Charlotte. And lastly, we got Sonny and Christina. So why Sonny thought Christina wanted to talk about what happened at court in regards to her saying that Molly wasn't Adela's mama or something like that. And she was like, what she said, why would I need to apologize for that? Or she has zero regrets about what she said because Molly isn't Adela's mama or whatever. And I said, I knew she was faking. I knew she was just saying that to get what she wanted. And instead of calling her on it, Sonny decides to change the subject or whatever. She was like, no, she didn't want to talk about that or something. She wanted to talk about the other thing. She was talking about how justice wasn't served or whatever because Ava got to walk. And Sonny ends up saying, you know what? One way or another, Ava gonna pay. And then he starts talking to her again about, working for him. And he ends up revealing that, dog, what was her name? The lady that came from, Nixon Falls or whatever the place was called. Dog, what was her name? And they just said it. I forgot what he said. But he said, she left and went back to Nixon Falls. So, Charles doesn't have an owner. And he ends up saying, he wants her to run the company. He wants it to be her company or whatever. She said she didn't want to go back to her company because basically she felt like they would view her as a fraud. And I said she should have stayed anyway because then I know it was a lot of bad comments and everything, but then on the other side of things, I think she was saying it was some good comments. Then y'all know after the whole situation happened with Blaze and her mama, then they go up on the TV show or whatever and fix things. But yeah, that's it. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, have girls today and be safe.